Two apartments, same city, same neighborhood, almost identical rent. One belongs to someone making $95,000 a year. The other belongs to someone making $52,000. I want you to guess which one looks like a financial disaster before I tell you. Walk into the first apartment. 75-inch television on the wall, a leather sectional that cost $4,000, a kitchen full of appliances still in their original boxes, closets packed with clothes that still have tags on them, a spare bedroom converted into storage for things that have not been touched in years. This person checks their bank account with a knot in their stomach. They are 2 missed paychecks away from losing everything. Now walk into the second apartment. You notice something immediately. Space. A modest couch, a reasonably sized television, a kitchen with exactly the tools that actually get used, clothes in the closet that actually get worn. The spare bedroom is just a bedroom. This person checks their bank account with calm confidence. 18 months of expenses saved, 20% of every paycheck invested. Same neighborhood. The person earning almost half as much has nearly 10 times the financial security. This is not a story about income. It is a story about the hidden relationship between stuff and money that most people never figure out. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what that relationship looks like. Today, I am going to walk you through the minimalist money rules that separate people who always have money from people who never do, regardless of what they earn. Let me start with a concept that will change how you think about every purchase you make for the rest of your life. Everything you own costs money twice. The first cost is obvious. It is the price on the receipt. But there is a second cost that most people completely ignore, and it is often larger than the first. The second cost includes storage, maintenance, mental energy, and opportunity cost. That treadmill you bought takes up about 20 square feet of your home. Space costs roughly $30 to $50 per square foot annually in most cities. That is $600 to $1,000 per year in rent you are paying to store exercise equipment that mostly holds clothes. That boat in your driveway needs winterization, cleaning, registration, insurance, and repairs. The industry rule of thumb is annual maintenance runs about 10% of the boat's value. A $30,000 boat costs $3,000 per year just to own, even if you never take it on the water. And then there is opportunity cost. That $15,000 home gym setup could have been $15,000 in index funds, growing to $50,000 or more over 15 years. You did not just buy a home gym. You bought a home gym instead of future financial freedom. When you add it all up, many possessions cost more to own than they cost to buy. The purchase price is just the entry fee. Rule 1. Calculate cost per use before any purchase. Before buying anything, estimate how many times you will realistically use it. Divide the total cost by that number. A $200 jacket worn twice costs $100 per wear. A $400 jacket worn 200 times costs $2 per wear. The expensive jacket is actually cheaper in any meaningful sense. This calculation destroys most impulse purchases immediately. That $300 kitchen gadget you will use twice a year costs $150 per use. Meanwhile, a $30 tool you use every week costs less than 60 cents per use. The math cuts through marketing, emotion, and social pressure every single time. Rule 2. Apply the replacement test to everything you already own. Walk through your home and ask yourself one simple question about each item. If this disappeared today, would I spend money to replace it? Be honest. Would you actually go buy another fondue set? Would you replace that bread maker collecting dust in the cabinet? Would you repurchase the clothes you have not worn in 18 months? For most items, the honest answer is no. They exist in your life through inertia, not intention. These items have negative value. They cost you space, mental energy, and maintenance without providing any real benefit. Rule 3. Never upgrade out of boredom. There is a pattern I see constantly among people who earn good incomes but have nothing to show for it. They upgrade perfectly functional items simply because they are bored with them or because a newer version exists. Their phone works flawlessly, but the new release has a marginally better camera. Their car runs reliably, but the new model has updated styling. Their television works perfectly, but the new one has slightly better contrast. These upgrades feel like improvements, They are actually wealth destruction disguised as progress. The average American replaces their phone every 2 to 3 years, while the previous one works perfectly. Over 30 years, that pattern costs $30,000 to $50,000 in unnecessary purchases. Applied across every category where upgrade culture operates, the lifetime waste easily exceeds $200,000. An item is only broken when it genuinely cannot perform its purpose. Boredom is not failure. The existence of a newer version is not failure. That is just marketing convincing you to solve problems you do not have. Rule 4. Create friction for spending and ease for saving. Human behavior follows the path of least resistance. If spending is easy and saving is difficult, you will spend. If saving is easy and spending requires effort, you will save. Spending friction looks like removing stored credit card numbers from online retailers, deleting shopping apps from your phone, unsubscribing from promotional emails, and requiring a 24-hour waiting period before any non-essential purchase. Saving ease looks like automatic transfers to investment accounts on payday, keeping only small amounts in your checking account, and treating savings like a fixed bill rather than an afterthought. The 24-hour waiting rule alone eliminates roughly 70% of impulse purchases. Most desires for objects fade within a day if you do not act on them immediately. Willpower depletes. Your environment is constant. Stop relying on one and start engineering the other. Rule 5. Understand the lifestyle multiplier effect. Every major possession connects to other possessions. A boat requires a trailer, a hitch-equipped vehicle, storage fees, maintenance supplies, safety equipment, and the right clothing. What seems like a single purchase actually triggers a cascade of supporting purchases. A home gym requires flooring, mirrors, storage, and often renovations. A pool requires chemicals, cleaning equipment, covers, furniture, and landscaping. The true cost is never just the item itself. Minimalists calculate the full ecosystem cost before any major purchase. A $5,000 purchase might actually represent $8,000 to $12,000 when all the multiplier expenses are included. That full accounting often transforms what seemed reasonable into something clearly excessive. Rule 6. Define what enough looks like before you start earning more. Here is the trap that catches high earners constantly. They never define what enough looks like. So their income increases and they upgrade their lifestyle. The new lifestyle becomes normal and they need another income increase to feel progress. The cycle never ends. People earning $300,000 feel just as financially stressed as people earning $80,000 because their expectations and expenses expanded alongside their income. Minimalists break this cycle by deciding in advance what kind of home is sufficient, what kind of car meets their needs, and what level of comfort actually constitutes satisfaction. Then they earn toward that target instead of constantly moving the goalpost. The person who defined enough at $60,000 of annual spending and then started earning $150,000 builds wealth at an extraordinary rate. That $90,000 gap between income and enough goes directly to financial freedom. Someone earning the same $150,000 but constantly redefining enough upward might save almost nothing. Rule 7. Measure wealth by optionality, not accumulation. The conventional view measures wealth by what you have: houses, cars, possessions, visible markers of success. Minimalists measure wealth by what they can choose. Can you leave a job that is destroying your mental health? Can you take 6 months off for a family emergency? Can you start a business without guaranteed income? Can you retire before 65? These options represent true wealth. They are only available to people who built substantial margin between their income and their expenses. The person earning $200,000 but spending $195,000 has almost no optionality. They are completely chained to their income. The person earning $80,000 but spending $45,000 has extraordinary optionality. They can absorb disruption, take risks, and make choices based on preference rather than financial necessity. Every purchase is not just exchanging money for an object, it is trading optionality for possession. Is this item worth reducing your ability to make free choices about your own life? Here is what nobody tells you about minimalism and money. The relationship goes both ways. Owning less creates more money. but having more money also makes owning less feel natural. When your savings are robust and your investments are growing, the urge to accumulate quietly fades. People trapped in consumption cycles often cannot explain why they keep buying. The truth is usually that spending temporarily fills an emotional void that financial insecurity creates. Address the insecurity through actual financial strength, and the compulsion to spend often dissolves on its own. Both lifestyles are available to you right now, regardless of what you currently earn. The only question is whether you want to own your possessions, or whether you are comfortable with your possessions owning you. The math strongly favors the first option. That apartment with 18 months of savings, the one belonging to someone earning $52,000, belongs to someone who applied these rules consistently. They did not get there through exceptional income. They got there through exceptional clarity about what actually matters. The other apartment, the one where someone earning $95,000 is 2 paychecks from crisis, belongs to someone who never questioned the assumption that more stuff equals a better life. The choice is yours, and it always has been. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you stayed around this long. See you around!